Good evening, beautiful people. As I said a week ago, when the bodies of JJ and Tylee were unearthed, I'm going to say it again today, that of course we all know that Chad and Lori were involved. That's a given. The question mark is, was Melanie P, Janis Cox, and Summers Shitlett, when they were doing those public relations campaigns and shouting from the rooftops of all of the media outlets, telling us constantly that we were wrong, that we had it all wrong, that their darling Lori could win the National Mother of the Year award, that we had it all wrong. Remember Summer saying that we were hanging her out in the public square? And you know what? For some of the faint-hearted, it started to work. I could see that there was creators that were questioning themselves. They were asking themselves, could they be hidden in some kind of bunker like Janis suggested? Could she have this extraordinary plan like Summer said? Could she not harm her children as they all exclaimed? But you know what? That's when I started to get a little angry, because prior to that, we were all wondering if the kids had come in harm's way. And if they had come in harm's way, we felt by the evidence that was put forward that it was from Chad and Lori to start. And then, of course, Alex. And then Melanie P came into the picture. And then Janis and Summer came into the picture. And they started defining things that we didn't know about. Well, what we didn't know about, for one, until that news media on 48 Hours, when Summer Shitlett had said that she had sent Alex over there. Remember, she was so concerned for Lori's safety. She was extremely concerned for Lori. And if she hadn't sent Alex over there, and if he hadn't killed Charles, that she is for sure that it would have been the other way around, that Charles would have killed Lori. Do you remember that on 48 Hours? Well, when I heard that change in the creators, and they started somewhat believing and wondering if they were hidden, but then I said to myself, Kay Woodcock doesn't have any reason to harm the children. Why would Lori be keeping the children away from Kay Woodcock? There was no evidence of any harm to the children in the past. So I said, wait a minute here. They're running out of excuses. And we can't let them change our minds by badgering us with these media campaigns that tell us we are wrong and they are right. And then do you remember the Melanie P? She used that word truth. Truth. It was OCD-like. Truth. Truth. Our ears started to bash through our eardrums. Her speech was like a 2-year-old toddler. You know when they say a naughty word when they're a toddler and they smile and they like saying that word? That's what Melanie was doing. She knew what she was saying wasn't true, but she was saying that word truth over and over and over. What her aunt did to those children and what Chad did to those children wasn't naughty like a 2-year-old Melanie. It was unconscionable. Yes, very unconscionable. No one can believe. And they had the indecency to blame Charles Vallow. The indecency to blame Kay for looking for her grandchildren. How can you blame a grandmother to look and want to keep her grandchildren safe? Then you blamed Brandon Boudreaux. You accused him of staging his own drive-by shooting when you know it was from within. It was an inside job. That's what gangsters call it. 1 million for Charles, 1 million for Brandon, but they didn't get it, so they moved on. And now they took the most loveliest woman ever, Tammy DAYBELL. They killed Tammy DAYBELL for $430,000 lousy dollars. They killed a beauty, and then Chad traded in a beauty for a beast. I'll say that again. Chad traded in a beauty for a beast. Melanie Pawlowski, you told us over and over. You didn't only say that word truth over and over, but you also said your auntie always plans and that you have trust in her plan because she raised you, and look at how she raised you. When you said that, when you inferred that you were raised well by Auntie Lori, we put our heads down. Well, what is the business plan? An unceremonious burial? Was that the business plan, the safety plan that you told us that Lori always has? And then to boot, as soon as they unearth those children, and as soon as you people, the Cox family, know that they are JJ and Tylee, you write a statement, but you have your attorney write it. You don't write it in common words. You don't write it saying that now you understand why the world was so nervous and so fearful. You say you're going to wait for the end results. You infer that last paragraph was, this isn't over yet. There's more to this story. What? Does she have a second business plan, Janis? Does she have a third business plan, Summer? Does she have a fourth business plan, Melanie, that we don't know about? Well, plan number 1 didn't work out well for anybody. So I hope there's not plan 2, plan 3, and plan 4, because it's my opinion that none of her plans are any good. And then I hear, and I'm taken aback by this, that maybe they got rid of the kids. Maybe they killed the kids. Merely because kids can be headaches. But I say no to that. Don't give Lori and Chad that kind of credit. It wasn't being encumbered by children. It was because when you are encumbered by children, you have to pay out. They didn't want to take any of that $6,000 a month that they got and spend it on the children, even though that $6,000 a month were entitlements for the children. They didn't want to do that. They wanted that $6,000 a month to have Hawaiian getaways, retreats, dancing on the beach, singing, dancing, going to the beach every day. Therefore, that $6,000 payoff, that was pretty handsome for them. Yes, very handsome payoff. Because you know what? When you add that up in a year, that's $72,000 plus the $430,000 they got from Tammy's death. That's $502,000 they made in a year. Because you know neither one of them are capable of making any money on their own. But they made it this year. They raked in $502,000, they thought, until someone tipped off the FBI or the police and they found the children. Now that's all gone. They're not going to get that tax-free money anymore. Because, so they killed to collect. The man traded in a beauty for a beast, and then he killed to collect.